Happy Earth Day, friends. I thought that this would be a cool opportunity to talk about a couple different benefits of incorporating more plant foods for our environment. So we talk a lot about the benefits of incorporating more plant foods, but what about Mother Earth, yo? So I'm going to share with you guys 5 really good reasons to just incorporate more plant foods for Mother Earth. And this is not necessarily about going like 100% plant-based. I teach that we all benefit from incorporating more plant foods. We do not all necessarily benefit from being vegan or being whole food plant-based. So all of these things that are going to help to support Mother Earth and your body means just increasing the volume of plant foods that you eat on the day-to-day. First one is to reduce our carbon footprint. And our carbon footprint is essentially the footprint that we leave behind based on the consumer choices that we make. So if we incorporate more plant foods, they literally living on top of one another in it's with mass amounts of literal shit being produced. The amount of waste that comes from that is real, and that increases our carbon footprint. The more plant foods we eat, the less our carbon footprint. The next one is to preserve plant and animal habitats. So do you guys know that literally rainforests are being plowed down in order to create more farmland so that we can support our habits? That's insane. Up to 1/3 of the land worldwide is used for animal agriculture. So the lower the demand for that means we consume less, the lower, and the fewer trees and rainforests we're plowing down, and therefore we're preserving plant and animal habitats and species that are just such integral pieces to everything. It's pretty awesome, right? And you guys hear me talking all the time about all of the incredible foods that pack in lots of plant-based protein. So water conservation is the next one, is water conservation. So did you guys know that it takes about 100 times more water to produce a pound of animal protein as opposed to a pound of plant-based? The next one that is linked to water conservation is preventing water dead zones. Now these are found primarily in our oceans, and what happens is they become so polluted, and guess where all of that eventually goes? Yep, into our oceans. So eventually this is going to impact, the water, the quality of the water that we drink. But right now, guys, the oceans are dying, grow and thrive there. So the animals and the plants that at one time were thriving in different parts of our oceans can literally no longer live because they're so polluted. So let's think about the amount of shit, literally, that farming practices are producing, and all of this farmland that we have created. Where do you think all that shit is going? Yep, directly into our water supply. It goes into our groundwater, it goes into our rivers, our streams, plow down trees and rainforests to create more farmland, to raise more animal foods and dairy foods. Then we are really impacting the quality. Last one I have for you guys is air quality. So we know that in order to be breathing in clean air, trees and plants are essential by the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, right? So if we continue that we breathe in every single day. So I hope that inspires you today to just be open to incorporating more plant foods. This should never ever be about necessarily taking anything away. It should just be about adding more of the good stuff in. What happens is that if you focus on adding things in, adding in more plant-based proteins, more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, then what happens is that there's just not as much room in your body plate for everything else. So it ends up being a very organic thing. And if you need help incorporating more of these foods, if you feel stuck on where to even start, I can help. That's what I do. I help to really simplify and streamline. I remember when I was first starting and I was really sick of standard stir fries and iceberg lettuce salads.